Hey everybody, and welcome back. I haven't done any videos in a long time, probably because I went on this video rampage of guitar tutorials and wound up doing all the great songs that I knew. But I've been watching the inquiries come in, and I had one in particular that came in yesterday that I thought was really interesting, which was for a tune by the Moody Blues called Never Comes the Day, one of my favorites. And the reason I decided to do that one is it's another one of those alternate tuning songs, and I've been getting very much into alternate tunings over the years. So I thought I'd take a moment and share it with you. I'm going to give you the tuning first, and then the thought is that you'll stop this video momentarily, go back and retune your guitar, and then come back and watch the rest of the video. So let me give you the tuning first. It's really a modification of open G tuning, I believe, but it's not like any open G I've ever done. I could always count on Justin Hayward to come up with these bizarre tunings, sort of Dave Crosby-ish in that respect. So let me give you the tuning. From our top string, we're going to leave that at E. We're going to tune our A string down to G. Our D string stays the same. Our G string stays the same. Our B string stays the same. And our high E string gets tuned down to a D. So really the only changes we're doing here from standard tuning are to change our A string down to G and our E string down to D. Other than that, we're in pretty much standard tuning here. So I'm going to show you the chords to the song first, and then we'll work on building from there. The chords are very simple. There's really only 2 or 3 chords, and maybe 4 to the whole tune. Here's the first chord. And one of the things you'll note about this song, it's important not to play this low E string throughout the whole song except for one particular spot. Other than that, that E string really doesn't belong in this tuning at all. And so if you can mute it or otherwise eliminate it until you get to the one chord where you need it, that'd be better. So this chord is open, 5, open, open, 5, open. And then that drops to this chord, which is open, 4, open, open, 3, open. And that same chord shape gets slid down to the 1st fret later as well. So that's those 3 chords. And then what I want you to learn is the hammer-on that's very distinctive to this particular song. And that's a hammer-on to the 5th fret on the high string. So I'm just using my pinky to hammer on to the 5th fret on that high string. Okay, now we're going to take that up one notch, and what we're going to do is when we drop to this position, we're going to hold the 4th fret on the high E string and hammer on to the 5th fret. Watch. Don't forget, because this is open tuning, this in itself is a chord, except for this E, which again doesn't belong here. So, here's again the beginning riff of the song. See that? Very simple. And then it goes to a chord which I think in some world is a D. I don't know what it really is, but we'll figure that out. And here's the chord. And the chord is basically made up, you're only going to play the middle 4 notes, or the middle 4 strings. You're going to leave off the high string and the low string. And this is the chord shape. Open, 4, 4, 2, open, open. But if you can avoid hitting the others, see that one doesn't really, that high string doesn't go, nor does this low string. So here's again the opening riff going to that chord. D, 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 D. D, 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 D. D, 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 D. I'll do that one more time. D, 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 D. D, 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 D. Okay. The other chords you need to know, everything else is going to be right down in here, and you have 3 chords down here. This is one of them that we already talked about, which is just this slid down, and that's going to be open 2, open, open 1, open. Then that same thing, dropping the middle finger down 1. So now we're at open, open 2, open 1, open. Then that same thing dropped down to here. So now you're going to be open, 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 2, 1, open. That can actually be slid around too. And then this chord that I just showed you a second ago, now what we're going to do is we're going to add that low E string in. This is the only place we're going to use it. And so instead of doing it with these 2 fingers, we're actually going to do it with these 2 fingers and reach up and grab. Oop, did I get it right? Let's see. Oh, there we go. So it's going to be this one, and the low E. So our chords are going to be 2, open, open, 2, 1, open. Okay? Now if you want, you can do that with your thumb, but I find it very challenging to do that. At the beginning of the song, which I showed you earlier, when Justin Hayward actually plays this, there's 2 different ways to do it. This is one of them. He actually tends to play down here. And what he's doing is he's basically playing this, which is open, open, 2, open, 1, open. Dee, 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 dee. Dee, 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 dee. Dee, 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 dee. Dee, 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 dee. But then when he plays the second verse, he kind of comes back up here. Dee, 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 dee. And you know what? I really like the way it sounds up here better. So if you want to do it like he does, you can do it on fret 1. If not, you can do it up here. Okay, so I'm going to just give you a quick run through. There's a couple little changes. You'll see them as we go, and then we'll be done. Again, pardon the singing. I'm not a singer, as you all know. Work away today, work away tomorrow, never comes the day for my love and me. I feel gently sighing as the evening slips away. If only you knew what's inside of me now, you wouldn't want to know me somehow. This is the only time we have a slight change here. So that chord we talked about earlier, we're actually shifting it a little bit. You will. Okay, so right up here. 5th fret. So open, 5, open, open, 4, open. What we're doing is we're just hammering on this chord, which was the one that was open, open, 2, open, 1, open. And there, with hardly any time to spare, is Never Comes the Day by the Moody Blues. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll try and get some more tunes in there soon. I've been a little reticent in doing some music for you guys. See you soon. Have a great day today. Bye-bye.